Channel to the Bear Pantry Show. This is where you're going to find honest reviews, exciting unboxings, do-it-yourself projects, and engaging commentary.
We all love to eat out, but unfortunately for some of us, it's not the healthiest option. How would you like to make better than restaurant quality meals at home? With my second cookbook, The Pantry Laid Bare, you can make Chinese food without all that added MSG. Breads and bagels are a cinch because no appliances are needed. Pizza. It's not delivery, it's the stovetop. With 3 ingredients plus warm water, make a thick batter, spread in a cast iron skillet, then add sauce and topping of your choice. Cook 5 minutes uncovered, cover, cook 10 more minutes, then serve. These 111 recipes will bring out the inner chef in you. Get a copy today only at www.bearpantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.bearpantryshow.com. Hey guys, let me make sure the mic's working. Yeah, it's working. How is everybody doing today? It is Monday, August the 19th. Ooh, I know somebody who has a birthday today. 2024. And it is the first day of the Democratic Convention. I think it barely started like an hour ago in Chicago or something. I don't usually watch conventions and stuff like that, but I might take in 1 or 2 days of the 4 or 5 days. Hi, Sarita, darling. How are you? How are we? I haven't watched Home in a while. So I'm fixing my little set for when I want to be out here. I should put lights on this thing behind me because it says the Bear Pantry Show in like wire, right? And I should buy those little lights and stick them on and then work it with a battery. We'll see. Hi, Simply Smarter Shopping. So I put a stool here and I put the drums and stuff so you guys can see it off of the ground. Yeah, I like my little spot out here. The room gets too hot. So before we get into Phil Donahue, I have something to tell you guys, and something is very sad. So you know Cora, our next dog that's still alive, is grieving Wednesday, right? Honestly, I don't know that Wednesday would have grieved Cora like this because Wednesday was in her own little world. We think Wednesday might have been autistic. We found out that dogs can be autistic too, right? And Wednesday was just with us all day, just here, just with us, hardly ever outside, and just with us in here. Honestly, I wonder if it's those pots, those Teflon pots that I cooked in. It's the brand is Tefal, but I didn't use Tefal all the time. You know, they say when you cook at high temperature in those pots, people get the Teflon flu. I wonder if that's what did that dog in, because she was always inside right over there. So, anyways, we see Cora's change. We see Cora act a lot like Wednesday right now. And at first we thought we were just seeing that because we miss Wednesday so much. But honestly, she is kind of acting differently, right? So I have to tell you something that she did that I didn't quite understand. And Jada figured it out. So, you know, every now and again, ever since Jermaine came, since hi Diane, ever since Uncle Jermaine came and he brought like the most wonderful treats for the dog back last year, February, we've been buying treats for them off and on because we never really used to buy treats. Girl, we could barely feed the dogs, let alone buy treats. So they both like the pig ears, right? It's not like chicharron, but it's like the hard pig ears. And so Jory bought a bag recently, and there's only like 8 or 10 big pieces in there, right? So we gave it to her over the past, I'd say 3 weeks or so, since Wednesday died. Wednesday's been dead a month. So I bought another bag. Damn, them thing expensive. So then Jory went and bought treats. Somebody bought like some sticks. And so I gave her one of the pig ears 2 days ago. She ran outside. She always wants to run outside when you give her a treat. I gave her a treat when Tracy was here too, and she really wanted the treat, and she went in her bed with it. That's how she left us alone, right? She ran outside all the way to the back part of the yard, and she did something to the pig ears. I don't know if she buried it or if she just dropped it or what she did, but she ran back inside, and then she looked at me like, okay, give me another one. I'm like, wait a minute, you took that one outside. So I still gave her another one. She went into her bed to eat it, right? That's 2-3 days ago. So yesterday, I gave her another treat. I don't give her every day. I miss one day. I gave her another treat. So she gently took it, like barely took it, you know, like kind of like, I want to make sure I don't bite you because I'm scared. I'm giving her the stuff, but if this is the pig ear thing, guys, my hand is all the way to the tip of it here, and then you get it from there. Don't nip me, okay? Because I know she can be rough. Wednesday used to be very gentle when she takes stuff from you. So she went outside, so we followed her. She went to Joe's watermelon patch. Did I tell you guys we're gonna have watermelon sometime this year? I don't know when it's gonna be because on the internet it says the end of September, but the watermelons are like that right now. I don't suppose they're gonna get that big, you know what I mean? But Joe just threw some loose seed out there and it caught. And we have like two big watermelons. They're big for us. They're like the size of a grapefruit, right? And so if Wednesday was here, those watermelons would have been gone because she would have ate them just because, right? But Wednesday used to like to go lay in the watermelon patch. Cora ran outside and dropped the pig ears out there and just ran back inside. I'm like, what the hell? So I went and picked it up, brought it back inside the house, tried to give it to her. She didn't want it. So I put it back in the bag of treats, right? So I told Jada about that, this morning, and I said, I don't know what happened to Cora, but she didn't. I guess she don't like this treat no more. I'm gonna have to give her the sticks that Jory brought, but she better eat this bag of thing because I paid a lot of money for this bag of thing, right? So Jada said, what happened? So I told her the story. So Jada says, oh my God, mommy. I said, what happened? She said, she's taking it for Wednesday. She thinks that Wednesday is still gonna come back. And so I'm just gonna leave you a treat. So when you come back, you have a treat because I can go inside and get more. I'm like, what? I started to cry. I'm like, is that true? You guys, what do you think? Do you think that's what she's doing? Why she goes out and leaves it out there? She's never done that before. They're always greedy for food. Both of them were always greedy for food. And I was like, is she really doing that? Thinking that the dog's gonna come back? I was like, oh my God, that thing just, man, it kind of hurt my heart. So when Jory came today to pick up something, I told him, and he goes, oh my God, man, that's something else, right? So, anyways, that's just my little story. I always have to tell you guys a little story at the start. So I saw the news come across my phone. I woke up today not feeling so good. I have trouble with Meniere's, and every now and again something will trigger it off. So I didn't feel so good in the first part of the morning, but sometimes it's really, really wonky because I woke up feeling fine, and then like within an hour, it's like, just the dizziness. I still went to Big Lots because they sent me a flyer saying that they had this big, big sale. When I got over there, they were closing down. They're going out of business. But they just put the new reduced prices today, and they're barely taking 10% off. I'm going back when they're at 75% off. I'm going to save my little money and go back and get a nice chair to put here. That I don't want a recliner or anything. I want one of those like utility activity type chair or whatever. It looks like a computer chair, but it sits more like a regular chair and it has handles. And then the feet has a lot of wheels. I want one of those that I can wheel it out, get in, wheel it back in, because I have trouble with this folding chair, right? Diane, you think that's what she's doing? I'm like, oh my God, poor baby. She's missing Wednesday so bad. I don't know what to do, guys, because we can't get a new dog right now. We're not going to get a new dog until Jada's ready for a new dog because she's going to have to put all the monetary investment into that dog. She's going to have money for the shots, the surgery. The city helps you a little bit with the surgery, but you still have to pay some. And the food, and they're going to have to help me feed them too because that Joe and I have the burden or the labor of feeding the dogs morning and night. You know what I mean? Hi, Marcella. 10%, look, 10% is not on sale. It's for sale. I'm like, what the hell? 10%? No. I want one of them nice TV stands that look like a fireplace. I want a little chair to sit right here because I have my little desk that Joe made for me, right? I need stuff. But they need to drop the price. So we're going to go back in 3 weeks. So let me show you what happened today. When we were going to Big Lots. It's after I came back from Big Lots that I started to feel sick. I feel better now, but it's just like, man, like the whole day feels wasted. So anyways, let me show you guys. Where the hell is this thing at? 47? Okay, so Joe and I, when we were going to Big Lots, Joe turned into the Walmart parking lot by mistake because he thought that we were going to go to Walmart. He forgot, right? And so as we were going by, I saw this older Mexican man with this older Mexican lady. And the way he had her held really gave me cause for alarm. So I had Joe circle back around in the parking lot so I could pass and I recorded. You're not going to see so much, you're not going to see so well when we were recording forward because the windshield was filthy. Joe didn't clean it off. Joe poured water on top of it before we left and didn't do nothing to clean it, right? So we don't see when I turned the phone through the passenger window. But he had, I'll describe what I saw so you guys can know what you're seeing. He's standing behind the lady and he has his arms around her like this way, right? But a little bit up higher. And that could be just a loving embrace, a husband holding a wife that way. But he had one hand like this, and then he had another hand like behind her back. I'm like, what the F is this lady getting kidnapped? What's going on, right? So no, I don't know when no ask nothing. Next thing you know, they shoot me in my goddamn face, but I sure will come back and see. So when I came back and see there was a car backing out trying to leave, and they were in the way, so they moved. So he released his hand from that location. That's what you're gonna see. But he gripped her right back again and was holding her, and her face didn't look pleased to me. I didn't know what to make of it, but Joe was like, "This is not our business. Let's bounce." So let me show you what we seen. Let me show you what we saw, guys. So Joe is driving. He's circling back around in the parking lot. Ah, shit. What the hell? Hold on. I don't want to send it nowhere. Every time you touch anything on this bloody phone. See how dirty the windshield dirty? So we're coming back around. See them right there? See how it hold off from behind? Don't worry, you'll see when I turn the phone through the passenger window. And I'm trying not to be very obvious. Okay, see, I want to turn the phone. See this cleaner? Look, see? 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 I'm like, what the bloody hell is this man doing? Is this a domestic dispute going on? Is he trying to kidnap this little lady? Because she didn't look happy. She didn't look at peace like, oh, my man is holding me. Me and Joe always know this shit out there. Why? Because we nosy. We pay attention to our surroundings. We're not gonna get kidnapped that easily. We pay keen attention. What? I have to go back to my car and there's a van there. Why the hell? What's a van doing there? Who still owns a van? That needs to go. I'm not going to that. What? And if every time you put the thing in, like when you go to the ATM, every time you put the car in park, the door unlocks, right? Because that's the way it's set up. And when you put it in drive, it locks. Every time Joe put the thing in park to wait at the ATM, I'm like, click, 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 and Joe's like, God damn, you worse than your Uncle Raja. It didn't look right. I'm gonna pull it off the phone. I'm gonna pull it off the phone and I'm gonna put it on the video. I'm gonna try to do some screenshots so we could see what we could see through that window. It didn't feel right, and the stupid thing wasn't on. The dash cam wasn't on. Joe liked to unplug it at night because he said the thing had drained the battery. Something was not right. Oh, see, Diane came with a different theory. Diane said maybe the lady have dementia. The lady face may look miserable. She didn't look happy. Maybe she has dementia and he's trying to get a grip on her. Okay, Diane, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that, right? Child, it just looked weird. I remember, I'll tell you a cute story about that dratted Jada. Jada was a bad little kid like Joshua was. Every time we went to the computer show, and I didn't go too often, but Joe would go with Jada and meet up our friend Norman. And Jada would love to see Mr. Norman because he would buy her treats out there because they sell food and things out at the computer show. And then on top of that, she didn't have to wear the leash because we were one of them people that put her on a leash. She was bad. She disappeared in a crowd. So she had the leash on her wrist and he said, you better not put my baby on no leash. And he unleashed her and then he hold her hand and she behaved good for him though, right? Tell me one day when I was with them and I was walking behind and she and, Joe was walking, we didn't see Norman yet. Jada took the leash, because it was just Velcro. Jada took the leash off, put it on this little Chinese girl that was going by. She was disappearing. I saw her because I was in the rear. I'm like, what the hell? Jada! Anyways, come back to the topic at hand. Phil Donahue is gone at age 88. They said he died after a long illness. Nobody said what the illness was at this point. I'm sure somebody won't bring it out sooner than later. I'm going to go with what Diane said because honestly, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. She wasn't fighting. So, Phil Donahue started his talk show in 1967, the year after I was born. My God, today. And he had that show till 2000, till Y2K. Who remember Y2K? Till Y2K came about, right? Remember, it never happened. And so he had that show for 33 years. I don't know how many years Oprah had her show, but I'm thinking it was kind of a lot too. But I think Phil Donahue paved the way for Oprah and Ricky Lake and Sally Jesse Raphael. And oh my God, those were the days. The talk show days were the days. I remember in the 80s, I used to watch all these talk shows with my mom. You know, I miss the 80s. I miss the 80s so much because it was a lot of fun shows on, fun music, and fun time with my mom. So Phil Donahue was married to, what's her name again? Thomas. Marlo Thomas. Now I know about Marlo Thomas because she does the St. Jude Foundation thing, right? She's had some surgery where her nose gonna look pinched. But I know her through her dad, Danny Thomas, because he was a comic and he was in these TV shows and so on and so on. But the reason why I know so much about Danny Thomas is because on Golden Girls, that was my show from the 80s. On Golden Girls, one time, um, Dorothy was trying to explain to Blanche that this one friend that was visiting them, a woman, was gay, that she was lesbian, and she was after Rose, right? And so she said, she's lesbian. And so Blanche said, well, so what? And he goes, well, we thought you wouldn't, cope well with this because, she's Southern and all this stuff. And she goes, well, isn't Danny Thomas lesbian too? And he goes, no, he's a guy, right? And he goes, yeah, I'm sure he is lesbian. And they go, he's Lebanese, Blanche. He's Lebanese. So that's why I know about Danny Thomas. But Danny Thomas's daughter is Marla Thomas, and Marla Thomas has done a lot for St. Jude's, and I think her dad did too before her. And she was married to Phil Donahue for 44 years. He's gone. I can just imagine her pain. So he was a trailblazer. Everybody knew him from his white hair and his big spectacles, and he would involve his audience in his show. And I think that's where all that started, when people start to involve the audience, right? So an icon, I would say an icon is gone. So what do you guys remember about Phil? Not that jackass Dr. Phil, the real original Phil Donahue. What do you guys remember? And while you guys are writing what you remember, her father started it. Okay. Thank you, Diane. I knew he had something to do with it, but I didn't even know he started it. Good, good, good. While you guys are writing, let me show you. I figured out the dress. I figured out the little frock. Okay. I figured it out. So my dresses usually have 3 layers, but this one only has 2. She gave up acting to take, oh my goodness. What a philanthropist, right? So I figured out how to do the thing. So I left one side undone. So what I had to do was, on the skirt part, I had to figure out the size of the elastic from top to bottom, and I had to fold the fabric over and give it a first bend and then another bend over the elastic, right? So I can get a line. So I drew a line around and around, and then I turned the top inside out and I left the bottom the right way, and I shoved the whole dress through the blouse, that way, and I attached the blouse to the skirt. So now that part was done. We can do that part, right? Me and Joe know how to do that part. So then you have a little flap that's left over because you didn't sew it right at the edge. So this little flap is what's going to fold over and cover the elastic. And then you're supposed to sew again. So you make a channel, like the way I have this channel, because we didn't sew on top of the elastic. We have a channel. So that's how you do that. And because the cloth will fray, I will either have to cut it with pinking shears, or I will have to sew some zigzag stitches at the edge to serge it. I think we're going to start serging some of these materials. You know what I mean? And so now when you sew it down in the back part, the dress will have the channel that's covering up the elastic. This is what we don't have in all my dresses. Covering up the elastic here. And then I sew all this by hand, with these damn long nails. And so when you flip it over, it looks just like my dress looks on the outside, beautiful. But then you'll see another layer of sewing, top sew that will be called in a sense, another layer of sewing that makes the channel for the elastic. I think I figured it out. By George. Man, I stay in there night after night after night to sew this crap by hand because I don't want Joe to put the sewing machine to do this. And I'm gonna keep this as my sample. So when I sew another dress, and you can do straight fitting skirts, or half circle skirts, or this layered skirt, right? That you can do for your skirts, but you can still put it together with the dress and have an elastic waist. Okay. Now, if I don't have off the shoulder where I have elastic up here, I'm gonna have to definitely learn how to like. I don't want to put a zip in. Probably gonna have to put a zip in on the back. When the thing is, when you start putting in zips, you have to do darts, and darts are all those techniques are hard. That's why I didn't do well in sewing in Belize. So, anybody has anything to add about Phil Donahue? Anybody heard anything about the earthquake that happened in Russia over the weekend? Joe said it was about 7 point something, and because of the earthquake, some volcano erupted. That's what they get. That's what they get for all the evil what they're trying to do to Ukraine. And I know people will say that when we have our earthquakes over here in California, that's what they get. Because people hate California. I don't understand people who don't live in California, like some of my family members, they don't live here. You moved away from here, right? You gave up. You went to some other rinky-dink state to live, but you have something for call me every day and tell me about my state. Every day you got something for call and tell me, oh, I say that on a had an earthquake. Oh, I said this. Oh, I said that. It's like you see so much. Why don't you see something about your own state? Go see what your governor is doing to you guys to screw you over. Why don't you? We don't have no problem complaining about what we want to complain about over here. They do charge us too much on the light bill, but Jessica's paying the same price in Arkansas. They do charge us too much on the registration of the trucks and the cars and so on, right? We could complain. That's our own state. You know, call and tell we nothing about for we state because me no call and tell no nothing about for no state. I will continuously say I don't like Florida. I've lived in Florida and I didn't like it there because the light skinned Cubans were awful. The dark skinned Cubans like myself, they were the nicest people. The light skinned one, I look like the color of my cousin Effie. Who they thought they shit didn't stink. And this is how we stay. If you're going to treat us like our shit don't stink, we're going to show you who we are. Because we're going to beat you in school, not like physically beat. I'm talking about schoolwork. I used to knock them out in school. All A's, 100% A. If I have to study for 10 hours and no sleep, no hours, I will study and I will pass and beat you because you're not smarter than me. My dad used to tell us that when we went into school. Make I tell you something. All these other foreigners in here and these Americans, you are smarter than them. They're not smarter than you. You are smarter than them. You make sure you apply yourself and get A's and 100% A's, not just A's. That's what me and my brother did in high school. Effed up the curb. A ribbon dress and bought a pattern. Let me see if I can find it and see what the pattern shows. Okay. Okay, thank you, Diane. I really wish I knew how to operate a pattern. I've gone to Walmart several times and opened the pattern drawer and take out a pattern of a dress that I like. And they have different styles of the dress, right? You could do it sleeveless, you could do it with a sleeve, yada, yada, yada. I get that. But I don't know if it's the right size for me. Shouldn't it have a size saying it'll fit size 14 to 16 or 12 to 14 or 8 to 10? Or shouldn't it do that? I don't know that I'm buying the right size, and then you come home and take that. Oh my God, I don't. My mom didn't operate off of patterns for many, many years, till a few years before she stopped sewing was when she learned how to do patterns. And by the way, Christine sent me a reel that showed up in her feed about Joe's younger brother that won Song of the Year or something in Belize, right? I saw that he was in the competition and I was really, really happy for him when he won. Unfortunately, I didn't go put anything on his feed because a lot of Joe family members have already written there. And I know what them people send me for nothing. For nothing. Not all of them. Not all of them, but some of them that's up there. I'm like, oh God. You had to go right and say something. Okay. Me know why you see me say nothing on this page. It's just like that when I'm in that girl. I haven't watched a girl or Elise in a while, but when I do watch her and I see other coffee in there that I don't like, come on, comment right under me or right above me. Oh shit, no, I go remove my comment. So it does have a dress sizing. Thank you for letting me know that. When I go back, I'm on check. When I go back, I'm on check. Because right now I'm just making my own patterns. Oh, you know what I make the patterns out of? Christmas wrapping. You know how you buy the big roll, right? Penny Blue was the one that did that for me with a skirt that she made a pattern for. And I saw that she used Christmas wrapping and that worked because it's a big sheet of paper. Okay, so here's a look at the back. Okay, thanks, guys. See, I need you guys. I need you guys. Yeah, so congratulations to Joe's little brother that won Song of the Year in Belize. That's a big thing. Joe's little brother is very talented. He loves to sing. He's been singing since he was little. He does a great job with the ballads. He did this Belizean song. And Joe's like, I like it with the ballads better. I'm like, yeah, but he's in Belize. He has to do a Belizean song or else he's not going to make it. You know, they're going to go, oh, we don't have no spot for ballads. That's why Jada can't sing at nothing Faron does because it's all Caribbean stuff that he puts on, Caribbean musicians, right? And Jada doesn't really have a Caribbean song. But I really want Jada to meet his friend, the Garifuna guy, that could teach Jada a thing or two about twisting and turning a couple of her songs to make it sound Caribbean-ish, right? Not fully Caribbean, and see how she can do a good job with it. The song is done. I told her that I'll pay the what do you call the thing? The copyright fee. It's like 65 friggin' dollars. It's not cheap to copyright no more. Back in the olden days when I started to do YouTube, it was like $15 to copyright my theme song for YouTube. And then when Jada redid the song to the one that I'm playing now, it was $30 to copyright. Now it's $65 to copyright a song. And if Jada had the whole EP ready, she could copyright it all for $65. But because she's dropping one song at a time, it has to be $65 each. We don't know when she's going to finish the other three songs because you see the producer, he got to go get stuff done for his own self, right? You're talking about my theme song, Hazel? Jada did the music for that herself, like put the beats together, and she did the singing. So the second song that she's done with, once that's copywritten, I think she's going to start dropping snippets of that on her Instagram stories. And if she can teach me how to do an Instagram stories, I might drop snippets on my stories until it's actually released, probably some part of September. I don't want her to release it until she does a music video for it. And Jada like to play with me. That's the one thing me and a little girl fight about. I am driven. In case you guys didn't know, I'm a driven. I remember when one of Joe's brother told me, you are persistent. And he said it with venom. The venom of a fer-de-lance. Anybody know what a fer-de-lance is? It's one of the deadliest snakes in Belize, the Tommy Goff. He said it like that. You are so persistent. The story is, oh, the song, you like the song? Okay. The story is, he called me from work one day, Joe brother, full brother, right? And I used to pick up the kids from school, his kids and stuff too. And he says, Babs, I bought something for you. I have a surprise. When I get home today, I have a surprise for you. I'm like so excited because if it's a hairpin, you know, with a pretty rose or a dragonfly on it, no matter what it was, I'm excited. It could be this little, like, I got you this little mug and I thought it was so cute, you know. It could be that. I don't care. They bought me a gift. I'm going to be friggin' excited. All right. So shout out to everybody who gave me money for my birthday because I've really been wise with this money, buying exactly what I need. Jada bought the wire for the mic to pin on me so that I can put it into the camera. And I think for how we are sitting here, it's fine with the camera that sits on top of the mic. But sometimes when I'm doing like a voiceover, I'd like to pin it here. Well, the mic can't work without this adapter. So I'm using $8 to buy that adapter. And then I bought my foundation because nobody got the foundation. I'm using powder for foundation. Thank you, Hazel, darling. It's okay. You can love Wilson's song only. You don't have to like my song. I know you do. So, anyways, what the hell was I saying now? Oh, the boy said he have a gift for me. I excited all day, right? It kept me going all day. Like, oh my God, what did he get? What did he get? So when he came home, he came to pick up the kids and he, you know, gave him a plate of food, everything. He sat down because sometimes he would eat, you know, when he comes home from work. Sometimes he ate something on the street, so he didn't want food. That day he's like, you have any food? Yeah. So I fixed him a plate of food. I'm sitting there waiting. I don't want to ask because my mom trained me well. My granny and them trained me well. Don't be begging nobody for shit, right? What did girls say? Who begs in their old age? Who's gonna tell her? I'm like, this is YouTube. YouTube people survive off of tips. If you see that girl Queen of Kings have 1 million subscribers and she's still begging, girl, bye. So anyways, I sit here waiting. And he was leaving to go home with the kids. He sat here for like 3 hours after he ate, watched TV with us, everything. And I'm like, shit, where this gift at? So then I'm like, where's the gift? And he goes, you are so persistent. And your mom. That's how I felt. Read between the lines. I can't tell you what the gift is. I swear to God, I can't tell you what the gift is because I was so upset that I didn't care about the gift anymore. And that's how I am. You could give me the prettiest thing and you F me over, I'm going to throw that bitch in the trash. Remember when I did that on camera? That video is not deleted, it's just unlisted. Throw that bitch in the trash. What? I don't want nothing that connects me to you ever again in life. That's how I roll. I don't know what it was. I so wish that I could hypnotize myself to go back into the past to tell you what the frig that gift was because I'd like to know my own self. It was probably something minor, probably a hair barrette or something like that. But I can't remember what it was because I was livid and I never forget that adjective that he used on me. Persistent. Persistent. Like if I'm a bitch or something. I'm like, no. I'm persisting for what I want to get in life. The hell? I'm not cutthroat. I won't stab you in the back. I won't stab you in the front. Oh my God. You guys have time to hear a story? Yeah, we're half hour in. Let me tell you a story. So you guys know that I watch this one content creator that talks about Queen of Kings, right? That's how I get my frustration out. I don't think Kathy was able to understand why we keep watching this girl, even though she frustrates us. I think as humans, we tend to do this, right? Until I'm completely tired of hearing her voice forever and ever, then I can't watch no more. So I watch this girl, Tosh, and she always talks about this crazy ass girl because she's doing the most and these kids are in danger. That's all I'm going to say. And so Tosh always has this other girl that come up on her panel. I'm not going to call her name. I don't know her real name, but her username. And this girl is always up there and she's funny sometimes. So I went and I subscribed to her too, right? But I'm a Tosh fan. I'm not so much of a fan of the other girl, but I watch and I support. So then she got an interview with Queen of Kings' first husband's wife, right? And I want to hear this series. I want to hear this series so bad. So the girl that got the interview, she came back and she said that the girl wants to get paid. The wife wants to get paid. And I said, what the F? Who do you think you are? Why we have to pay you for hear what you got to say? This girl is dragging your name through the streets for like 6 years. And we want to hear your side of the story finally. And we have to pay you? So I said to myself, I'm not going to give no money to that. Let's see who the hell is texting me. I'm not going to give no money to that. So I didn't. So they raised $296. Choice. They raised $296. I think one of them is my sister. No, 294. 294. Oh, my sister sent me a TikTok. And they said they're going to pay it to the girl because the one that's doing the interview said the girl wants $1,800. $1,800? So she says, if everybody in the chat sends $50, we can do this. I'm like, no. Ain't nobody got no $50 to send to hear no story. You crazy. My $50 is going to go buy me fun things. You know what I mean? So people send 10, 15, one person sent 50, and they raised 294. So the wife came on in Tasha's chat because they were raising that earlier in the day. And she said, I hear my people came to Facebook and said, you guys are raising money for me, but I don't hear no cash up to go off. So I didn't like the girl. I didn't like the wife with that one comment. I was like, okay, sit down somewhere. Tasha not going to steal your money, right? So Tasha's like, they're sending the money to me from Apple Pay, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Vimo, Chemo. They're sending it from all over the place. And once I pull it together, I put it all in Cash App and I'll send it to you. Whatever we get. We're not going to get no 1,800, but whatever we get. And she says, but I didn't even ask for any money. This girl, the one that I have the interview with, was the one that said she won't give me money. So she's over on your page begging your viewers for money. And she goes, yeah, we work together. We're going to do the interview together. I'm going to be up on her panel when you're on and we're going to work together. So fast forward the night the interview started. Finally, it started an hour late because I don't know who was late. I think the wife was late because she went to Tasha's page looking for the live. And the live wasn't going to be at Tasha's page. It was going to be at the other girl's page. So the other girl came on and she started to interview the wife. But I think she went back a little bit too far. I didn't find the interview boring, even though I knew a lot of the topics. I didn't find it boring, but I think she went back a little bit too far asking the girl all about her childhood. I don't care about her childhood. I just care about what she know about Queen of Kings. That's all I wanted to hear. So the interview went for 2 hours, but the girl was doing a couple of things. The interviewer was doing a couple of things that I didn't like. She was going off camera to roll a blunt because you can't roll blunts on YouTube. They'll shut your channel down, right? You can smoke it on YouTube, but you can't roll it, right? So the girl was clicking off the camera to roll a blunt, and the wife was like, "Hey, are you there?" I would have said that too, because bitch, why are you taking the camera off? And then she'd come back on and she'd mute herself, and the girl was like, "You're muted. I can't hear what you're saying. You're muted." Well, she mutes herself because she's talking to her man, because they're over there like talking about this blunt that they just rolled, right? So the girl was getting increasingly annoyed. Plus, she didn't put her phone on Do Not Disturb. Now, I know I'm guilty of that. Why? Because I don't know how to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I think I saw it once and I didn't know how to do it anymore. And honestly, in case something happened to my kids out there, they need to be able to reach me. But now that I have that Spectrum phone, I could probably start doing Do Not Disturb when I go live on my regular phone, right? So she kept getting phone calls that would freeze up the thing. You know, that happened to me before. So she would have to stop and start over the live. And everybody would come back. So the girl said, "If you have to stop and start this thing one more time, I'm not coming back. This is foolishness." I think the girl felt very much disrespected because she wasn't handling the thing professionally. So the whole time, people in the chat, the people who gave money, remember, I didn't give none. I guess somebody came last minute and gave $6 to round the thing off to $300. So the people who were in the chat that gave money, they were bitching and they're like, "Where's Tosh? She's supposed to be up here with you interviewing this girl. Why are you conducting this interview by yourself and not really doing it well?" I'm not going to say she wasn't doing it well. I just said she went back a little bit too far in the storyline, right? And so she get mad. She started to cuss out the chat. No, majority of the people in the chat are there because we are Tash viewers and subscribers and fans. We're only watching you because you have proximity to Tash, right? So apparently Tash was backstage waiting for a whole hour and she wouldn't bring her up because when I drop the link and somebody want to come up, I could see you back here, but once I don't hit add, you're not gonna come up on my screen, and I can actually see what you're doing backstage. So that's why I tell people, if you're gonna come on and don't have your camera on, you have to at least show me, not the people that I know and trust, like Miss Lucky and Christina and Carla and stuff. I know these people, but other people that I don't really know, you gotta show me what you're doing, especially if you're a dude, you know. So, anyways, she never brought up Tosh. And she kept saying that the reason why she didn't bring up Tosh is because she wanted to build a timeline. And then when we get to the present day of what's going on in the Hellabaloo, she's going to bring Tosh on. It could have been true. I don't know this girl's, what she wanted to do. I don't know what's in her mind. But people in the chat were upset because they pay for their good money to hear Tosh help you interview this girl, and you didn't bring up Tosh. You went to Tosh's page to raise money at Tosh. You couldn't raise money at your own page. And then you didn't let her on. So a lot of people were telling Tosh the next day, because I guess Tosh put in a comment, "I'm leaving because I don't like to be, not disrespected," what she said, ignored. "I don't like to be ignored." I didn't see when she put that, but I guess she did. Everybody said she did. And so she didn't come on the panel. The interview ended after 2 hours because the girl, she started to cuss out the audience. And so the wife said, "The hell with this. I'm going to go to my Facebook Live and talk to my own people over there because this is foolishness." And she's like, "You don't get paid already. You don't get paid." So when the girl went to her Facebook page, I followed her over there. And she was telling her viewers that they raised $300, but she only got 200 out of the 300 because the one doing the interview says, "Can I keep $100? I'll give Tosh 50 and I'll keep 50." And the girl was like, "That's fine." She didn't have no beef with that. But why did she want that $1,800? Where did that amount come from? She said, I made up that amount because I feel like the girl is grown and she should get some good money to tell her story. And the girl is like, I just want to tell my story. I don't care about the money. I'm tired of being dragged and lied on. And I just want to tell my story. I don't care about the money. I need the money, but I don't care about the money like that, right? So the one that did the interview, she came on the girl live and she typed in there and she cussed her out pretty much. It's like, you were boring. This interview was stupid. She took the interview down. We can't even see it. I had put it on my community feed, but it disappeared. And that's okay though, because you got paid. Well, you can't say nothing about her getting paid because you didn't pay her. Tasha's audience paid her. If anybody want to complain, they can complain. And there was a time before when this girl came on crying, said her mom got beat up by the boyfriend, by the mom's boyfriend. And Tosh raised money that same night with her audience to give her money for plane ticket to go see the mom. I don't know if they got all the money, but I don't think she ever came to see the mom. So I don't know what the hell was going on there. But a lot of people were in Tasha's chat going, that girl is not your friend. Get her off your panel because she chases a lot of people away when she cusses people out. We like you, but you don't have to have her. We don't like what she did to you. We gave you the money so you could be up there. And that's how she could do it. And they were going off in the chat, girl. The next day, which was last night, hello, I'm over here live, Joe. The next night, last night, Tosh came on, and I missed the beginning because I didn't know she was on. So I watched from the middle to the end. It was a great show. The wife was on that panel. She was bringing receipts against Queen of Kings. It was funny. A lot of people asked a lot of great questions. Nobody got banned or blocked, and it was a really, really good show. I rewinded last night when I went to bed, and that's when I heard Tosh address the whole situation about the interview, right? I saw that the girl wasn't on her panel, and she said something to the effect that she woke up in the morning fully expecting to have a conversation with her about what happened to try to clear the air. And when she looked, the girl was on live on the phone talking to the enemy, Rose from Queen of Kings. I'm like, what the actual F? So you turned the coat? I was like, wow. That just tells me that I don't need to know nobody in YouTube's. I know Troyce and I know Do Not, and that's it. I know Jovi Beauty and I know Prissy P. I know 4 people in YouTube. That's it. I don't need to know nobody else. And I'm trying to tell Joel this story, and I'm like, remember the one girl? Remember the one girl? Oh my God, it was crazy. You'll see Tosh in my comment section at the food page because she just found out I have a channel. So she comes and she comments every now and again. But I'm glad that it got cleared up to where Tosh knows where she stands. And she had a really, really great panel last night and kept me glued to the computer. I didn't even shower till late because I had to hear this whole story. And I think tonight the live is going to be on the wife's page because they're trying to build out the wife's page. Now, this is what I like about Tosh, and I'm going to start doing this here and at the cooking page. If any of you in the chat has anything that you want to promote, even if you don't have a YouTube channel or an IG or whatever, let's say you're selling what? Little hand towels or something on your Etsy or whatever, just out of the back of your truck, and you want somebody to find and buy from you, you can go ahead and drop your link in here, child. Don't worry about it. All right? Don't worry about it. Just drop your link so the others can see. So I'm going to start doing that at the cooking page too because I like when Tash does that. I don't drop my YouTube link because I'm talking from my channel, so they already know. I drop Jada's music link because she said, you could drop your link. And I just drop it once. And I think I've only dropped it 2 different times since she said we could do that. I'm waiting. I don't want to overwhelm them. I'm waiting for Jada's other song to come out, and then I'll drop that. Yay. So, anyways, YouTube is a scary place to be. And a lot of people don't have relationships. They have YouTube ships. I always tell you guys, Do Not and me, we're not on the same page politically. I don't think he even knows who I support political wise. I know who he supports because he makes videos about it. And we're not on the same page, but I will never bring up politics to him because I'm not going to let that be the cause of no quarrel, right? And if he brings it up to me, I'm going to say, nope, let's not talk about this because me and you don't support the same person. And that's as far as it'll go. We can still be friends. The family members that I don't talk to because we're not aligned politically are the ones that pulled away from me. Why? Because they want to cram shit down my throat and I'm supposed to grin and bear it. No. If I didn't bring up nothing to you, you don't have the right to bring up nothing to me. Don't bring up a word to me about what you care about. No, I didn't tell you anything. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I'm not hearing from you guys. Are you still with me? We're here 44 minutes already. We're doing good. When I get off this thing, I'm going to go eat the last piece of my real birthday cake. My real birthday cake. I don't really like red velvet cake, but I decided to make a red velvet cake for the book cover because of the fact that the red velvet cake is so pretty in color. And I'm glad I did it because I changed the recipe that I had in the book originally. And I got this really soft, beautiful, beautiful. My sister sent me two TikTok. I gotta go see what them TikToks is. Hillary Clinton is talking tonight too at the DNC. Okay, let's see. The cake. I'm looking for the picture. Simply Smarter, thank you for saying you're still here, honey bun. See? No, I don't think that's the cake. That's the recipe. The picture. I don't think that's the picture that's gonna be on the book cover, because you know what? It might be this because I think I stand in front of the yellow flower. But for some reason, I think the picture I ended up using the yellow flower is on the other side. But all them little flowers you see on the cake, I got them from my backyard and my front yard. Children missing from Los Angeles. Let's see the who. We're always on, whenever they get Amber Alert, we're always on the lookout. This is right on a ratchet table outside. And I just did that thick piping for the buttercream in between the layers of cake. And I had to cut the cake to make it not be lopsided. And on the top, I melted some chocolate chips kind of thick. And then I just kind of pasted it on with a spatula. And some of it was trying to drain. And then I just put all the fruits and I sprinkled powdered sugar. That's all I really did. I don't know how to decorate cakes. That's why I used to make those cakes where you cut them into the shape of stuff. Because all you do is make a 7-minute frosting and put coconut flakes in it and put the yellow dye or whatever dye you need. And then you, like, I could make a butterfly cake. I can make a cruise ship cake. I can make a clown, I think. I can make a Christmas tree. There's a lot of different cakes. I didn't put those in this book because it's too intricate to try to draw the pieces for you. But I did. Hi, Myrna. Myrna, you were watching that thing that night with me, right? That interview? Girl, Tosh and that girl fell out because of what that girl did. Not bring her up on stage for that interview and raise all that money at her page. And Tosh had her own interview last night, her own panel, and it was good. I could send you the link for that one. And because tonight we all going on the wife page. We're all going on Adonis's wife page tonight. Girl, the story is hot. Every night I got somewhere to be at YouTube. I love YouTube. I've been editing a video on bagels all day today, and I want bagels again. I got hungry for some bagels after editing the video. I don't have none right now. That's how long ago I made the video. I can't wait for these nails to just like grow out more so I can cut this one. I want to file this one down and cut it because I need this to do the phone and the to edit on the computer. It's so hard to edit because the nail is in my way. I'm like, my sister usually leaves this one short for me, but she totally forgot. But the nails are so pretty that I don't want to mess with them, let them just run their course. I lost a stone for this one at the beach. See, she had put a big stone in there. Yeah, she did. She did. And I wasn't trying to be mean about her, but the people in the chat were upset because she raised money at Tash's page and then didn't bring Tash up. So they were pissed. The peoples were pissed. You guys like my little set here? I did a lot to set up because I keep my lights in the room, but it wasn't hard. I think I'm going to tape the wires to this thing over here. It wasn't hard to set up, but I did quite a bit to set up so that I can be in front of the fireplace. The fan is right on me. When I'm done, we're going to hook up my thing with the VCR, and we're going to try to transfer one of the home movies. Pray for me that these videos hold up, because these videos are 35 years old. Some of them are as young as 25 years, but as old as 35 years. I did a lot to get this thing in here, and I really need to copy all these things over to digital files so that I can have my kids' stuff from when they were little. I saw one the other day when I was nursing Josh. You never saw nothing. That girl insists on, instead of pulling up her shirt nursing the baby and then just releasing the shirt when she's done so nobody can see nothing. She'll pull her boob up through the top of the shirt. And you see all her boob. Then the baby just sits on it like this and she's on camera. I'm like, girl, we're not all women that's watching you, you know. Men's are watching you too. And they're perverts. But I guess she likes that. It looks rustic, right? Thank you, Diane. This is that my mom and my dad gave Jada that drum, the Garifuna drum that Faron was talking about on my last video. This is a drum too, but it's shaped funny. This is a drum also. And then the stick to beat the drum. See? And then we have the shaka. We call this thing right here a shaka. The rattle. What's the proper name for this? See, you said Belize on it. What's the proper name for this? Is it marimbas or something? We say shaka or rattle. But this one's a drum. Not up there. Not there. Up here. All this area has notes, I guess. Ooh, it was on the floor. I didn't clean it. It's marimba, right? Maracas? Somebody said maracas, somebody said marimba. Which one is it? I think Diane is right. The only reason I think Diane is right because that's the first word that came to my brain. Yeah, this string that's tied around it plays a role too, you know. So like when Faron bring that guy here, I'm gonna show him what we have and maybe he can tune this or something. Who the hell knows? What is maracas? Let me look it up. Diane says she confused. Diane took it back. Diane took it back. Diane, not take it back. Marimbas. Let's see what the marimbas is. Oh, that's not something. It's something totally different. That's the marimbas. Them thing with the pipe on and eat it, like a xylophone. So we have to apologize to Myrna. Myrna, we apologize profusely because you say maracas. Let's look it up. Maracas. See how I have to punch it in with my knuckle? Maraca. Oh, we apologize profusely to Myrna because she may know and we never know. See, that's how we roll. When we wrong, we take the licking. We was wrong. We were wrong, Myrna. This thing named maracas. Marimba is something else different. Diane, me and you are dumb. We are what? Gen X? Are we Gen X? From Gen X is from 64 to 81, I think. Before that is what the hell them people call? Baby boomers. Baby boomers is 46 to 64. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about Ona Brother Joe. I made a huge black cake like this, right? The medium-sized pan from the three-tiered pans that you get for the pan that released the side, the springform pans. They have a small one that's 8. There's another one that's 10, and I think the big one is 12. So I made a 10, thick, right? And I made an 8. I sent the 8 to my friend for his birthday on August 1st, and I kept the 10 for me. That cake is sitting there. I couldn't eat it before the birthday, but I told Joe he could have some, but I was going to wait for the birthday. I try to pace the junk that I eat, right? I never tell you I don't eat junk, but I pace myself. I didn't eat it at the beach because you know the black cake will send you to the bathroom, something with that burnt sugar. So since I came back, I did the red velvet cake and I've been eating that. I had 2 pieces of that already. Tell me why when I gone look in at my black cake yesterday, that man literally leave me 1 slice of black cake. Out of the whole cake. Joe ate that cake every day. Jesus. I'm going to take a picture because I don't want to make you have to get up and show me and show his shame. You're not dumb, just confused? Girl, I'm dumb. You're a boomer? Okay. Joe's a boomer too, because Joe was born in 57 and boomer is from 46 to 64. My mom was a boomer because she born 47. My dad was born in 1943, so he's not a boomer. I think he's the greatest generation. I think that's what those people are called, the greatest generation. Then my mom was a boomer, and then I'm an X. My brother is a millennial because he was born 84. My baby brother. My sister is an X too because she was born 72. Um, my children, my three children are all millennials. Some chart will tell you that the millennial ends at 1995 something, but it ends at 96 for most charts. So Jada was born December 95. So she's a millennial. And then my nephews, my sister's kids, are all Gen Zers. But Jada said she had to tell a Gen Zer what the hell was a CD. On her job, she said they didn't know what a CD was, mommy. Oh my God. Stop it, Myrna. If you're born 1959, is that what you're asking, honeybee? Not if you're 59 years old, right? If you're born 1959, 1959 is baby boomer, baby boomer, because they go from 46 to 64. That's how I remember it because it's 2 years before I was born and I just reversed it. So I go from 64 to 46. Yeah, baby boomer. I don't know why they name these generations. And they go pretty far back. I think before the greatest generation, there was another one, the silent generation. That's probably back in 1901 or something. The silent generation, the greatest generation, and then baby boomers, then Generation X, then millennials, then Gen Zers. And I don't know that they have a Generation Y. I think they're kind of farting around with that. Do they have a Y? They don't have Y after Gen Z, right? I think Y comes, they wanted to do Y for something. But I think they went to what's the one after Gen Z? Generation A? Like my brother's little kids that are four and younger? Are those Generation A? Girl, I don't know. I would have to go check. Let me check. Let me check. We like to check these things out in real time. Name the generations. Oh, they have a Y. They said, simply put, a generation is defined as a group of people born at roughly the same time, and people in this cohort are usually grouped by a 20-year time interval. Oh, so they go 20 years, guys. That's how it goes, yeah. So the greatest generation starts, oh, so my dad's not the greatest generation. The greatest generation starts in 1901 to 1924. So my dad's not the greatest generation. What's the next one? Go away, commercial. Frosty Freeze want to give me something. Did I say my dad was the greatest generation? I had it reversed. My dad's the silent generation. He never silent though. So the greatest generation is 1901 to 1924. The silent generation is 1925 to 1945. That's why I got my dad mixed up. He was born in 43 because he was never silent. He was never silent. He thought he was the greatest thing since sliced bread. All right? Alphas, okay? So the silent generation is from 25 to 45. God, there's a lot of commercials coming up. Jesus. Then 46 to 64, I knew that one. Baby boomers, I knew that one. And then 65 to, I want to say it's 81. No, it's 80. 65 to 80 is Generation X, which is me. I was born in 66. Oh my God, why? Some kind of friggin' commercial start to play. Name the generations. And then Lord have mercy, why? Why? We got to X, right? So we want to go to millennials. This one's not showing me a chart. It's just to tell a whole lot of bull. Let's go back. The generations. I know millennial, but let's see when it start. Okay, I'm back in the correct page. So we're trying to find millennials. So Generation X is to 1980. I thought it was 81. Millennials are from 81 to 96, okay? You want to be an alpha? You just born, Myrna? 81 to 96 is millennials. So all three of my kids are millennials, and so is my baby brother. He was born 84. And then 97 to 2012 is Generation Z. I like them people. I like the Gen Zers a lot. They're trifling and they're petty, but they're sharp. I like, and they're the generation that's going to get you into therapy. You need therapy. Let's get into therapy. 1997 to 2012. My nephews are Gen Zers. Gen Zers. One of them is 20 and one of them is 16. They're what's her face? Mabel, my little granddaughter. She's a Gen Zer. 2013 to 2025 is Generation Alpha. And I think sometimes they call it Generation A. Generation Alpha. Used by experts as the starting birth year and early to mid 2020s as the ending birth year. Members of these generations are mostly children of millennials. The reason behind the name Generation Alpha is because they are not a return to the old, but the start of something new. We are not going back. Well, the alphas can't vote yet because they're the children of the millennials, right? So the Gen Zers can vote, right? Gen Zers can vote. Yay. So what's going to happen after 2025? What that generation going to be called? I wonder what that generation going to be called. Guys, it's done. The story done. We learned a lot today. Alpha is a leader. Yeah. So Generation Alpha ends at 2025. I'm gonna write that down somewhere so I can remember those years because I already forgot. I already for a millennial go to what? 1997, right? No, yeah, right? Millennials go to 19. Child, I don't remember. Yeah, 1996. Millennial go to 96 because Jada's a millennial. So 1980 to 1996. And 1997 to 2012 is Gen Z. Yes, I love Gen Zers. I don't have no Gen Z picnic. I only have one Gen Z step grand picnic. But I like them. They trifling. I don't think I've been a follower a day in my life, Myrna. Um, I'm the kind of person like if I'm in a group, I would rather somebody else do the leading, especially if they have a better knowledge about whatever they're leading in, right? But if I see somebody's doing the leading and they don't know what the hell they're doing, I will step up right away and go, nah, that's not how it goes. No, 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 no. You gonna lead us down a wrong path. And if I see something happen and nobody's jumping into action, I'll jump into action and try to solve the situation. But I don't automatically jump into action. And even like when I'm in a class, like I remember one time going to a class for keyboard and they had some flat keyboards on the table and you just kind of play them, just flat keys. And I took piano lessons for many years ago, but I had forgotten a lot. And when I got in there, and at first I was rusty, and then it started to come, and I could feel my fingers start to do the things it was supposed to do. And the teacher's like, "You've had lessons." I'm like, "I wasn't trying to be deceptive. I haven't had lessons in over 20 years, and I had forgotten a lot." So a lot of times I just shut my mouth, especially if I've already had that lesson. The hell? Why am I going to tell you I already had that lesson when I could stay in your class and get a whole A? You crazy. Your granddaughter is a Gen Zer. I claim Gen X. Me not Gen X. I'm proud to be a Gen X. I'm loud and proud. Where Gen X start from? 1965 to 1980. Child, I'm a Gen X. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I hope and pray that everything goes fine at the convention because even though, I don't like the other side of the aisle, I don't want nothing to happen to them either. You should be safe when you run for politics. You shouldn't have to like risk your life to run for politics. Tonight is some kind of moon. It's a new moon and a blue moon, I believe. You know that saying when they say, "Oh, it happened once in a blue moon," because blue moons don't happen too often, right? Blue moon is when you have a full moon twice in the same month. And so we're gonna have a blue moon and a full moon. And they said go outside and see where the moon is shine at and put a bucket or a container of water where the moon is shining, let it shine in there all night. Then you bring it in the morning. You put it in little bottles and thing to keep it safe, and you use that moon water for stuff. I don't know for what. If that's for obia, if that's for grow your hair, if that's for make your skin look silky. I don't know what it's for, but that's what I'm hearing my psychic say. Okay. Oh, it's a super blue moon. What makes it a super blue moon, honeybee? Can you explain why it's a super blue moon versus just a regular blue moon? Because a regular blue moon, as it is something amazing, right? I don't understand astrology, And when I was growing up, then people didn't even let us play with playing cards. Oh, my friend Gary made a card game, and he's sending me the card game so that I can try to learn how to play it and tell him, like, give him feedback. That's going to be interesting. We might do a private live and invite a few of you to come to the private live to see us try to play this game in case Gary don't want us to put it out public yet. Gary's the one that has the beach blankets, the round circular beach blankets. Man, I have my beach bag. I need to go back to the beach before the summer is over because I'm so excited for my brand new beach bag. But Joe has that. Oh my God, I have to go check behind the scenes at Kaiser to see if they changed his surgery date or whatever, which I think if they did, they would have called. But the lady said they were going to send a letter with everything he needed to know, and we're not going to read the letter yet. So I got to go read that when I'm done. But he's going to have that thing removed, and I believe he's probably going to need a 2-week healing period to make them stitches not pop or whatever, right? And then after that, because I don't think he could carry no big heavy bag on that thing. Water my plants with the blue moon water. Lord have mercy. I don't have no plants except the one up front, the hibiscus. It's bigger and brighter than the usual. Oh, I will outside go say that tonight. Thank you, honeybee. Thank you for explaining. Drink the water and I know to drink no water. The water they out there with all kind of bird shit one drop in there. You crazy. Myrna, she want me to die. Myrna. Dumb ways to die. Hi, sweet cake. I want to ask you a huge favor. Can you bring that cake so I could show them where you left me?
There's no cake.
You ate it. Did you eat the rest of my cake? Huh? You said there's no cake to show. This bloody murder said drink the water and turn into a smurf. Let me show them. I don't tell Payo. Let me show them. No, just open it. Open it and bring the cake. Make I show the people that where you did. I show the people. Cousin Jay not there for to stick up for you. Huh? Look here what wrong you do, Cousin Jay stick up for you. They have to stick up for you today. I used to love that show, The Smurfs. I used to love Smurfette the best. And when we had that thing on the internet called Donahue, Belize was copying Yahoo. That was a good little platform, that Donahue platform. I don't know who made it, but it was all Belizeans in there. And it was kind of like the original Facebook because you could talk to each other in it and go into private rooms and all type of stuff. Child, I used to call myself Smurfette. Tell me why one man come in here and call himself Papa Smurf. I'm like, goddamn perverts. But later on, we found out who he was, and he was the sweetest old guy. And he's a friend. Look what this man left me. You see this platter, how big it big? That's how big that cake was.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
Look what this man. You're going to eat more?
It's like right here.
It was a 10-inch cake. This man eat this whole drotted cake.
No, not baby. You eat something.
I had one little piece the first day, Mick. Can you cut a little sliver for me and leave it out before you put it back? Just a sliver, though, because I want to eat the other cake better. Joe, Simple Smart as Shop it said, my God, mon Dieu, Mon Dieu, Joe. Joe, Myrna said that our diabetics do they eat cake all day. I made it 2 days before August starts, so July 30. The cake's been there since July 30, and Joe took what date today, Joe? The 19th? Joe took 21 days, 3 weeks. Joe took 3 weeks. I eat the whole cake by himself. I had a sliver, huh?
You guys have any more Coke?
I know I didn't have Coke. I study.
You have any more Coke? Coke. Did I drink it out?
What happened to the Pepsi one or the Hyde?
I was done a while ago.
Oh, you drank it already?
Yeah.
I only have my soda.
What,
Ginger ale, I think. Ginger ale. Can you put one in for me?
Yeah.
In the freezer.
So it goes a little weird now.
I wonder why your stomach feel weird, Joshua. All that little hot dog in what you call it? Pig in a blanket we are gonna eat. You only had 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want half?
No, a sliver, but can you like leave me some cake? Cut it in half. Take half where you want. Take anyways because I see you. And then cut the next half in half. That's good. That's good. This is how I get out of my birthday cake. This dratted man. You go buy me some. Look what I get. Oh my God. Joe, man, I just start to rail up and then I get a whiff. Oh my God. It can't blame nobody else in here saying they steal it because nobody like black cake but me and Joe.
That's it.
No one.
Why are you course to the prestige?
Honeybee, who are you? Are you Belize? And you sure are purty, girl. You purty. You guys, what are we gonna do with Cora?
20 minutes.
We're probably gonna have to go take her for a walk again because that seems to help her emotions. What are we gonna do with Cora? What happened? Joshua used to go walk Winnie, not Cora.
Yeah.
Cora gonna bite somebody else out there. I'm still gonna post that thing that the people they told me from animal control. Pretty much we're dumb. We can't catch no dog, and pretty much you guys are awful for feeding the dog. Who the hell do you know feed a stray dog?
Jordan feed the dog.
She's talking about the neighbors.
Yeah.
Nobody feeds stray dogs. They feed stray cat, but not stray dogs. They're afraid the dogs are gonna bite them.
Not like that.
Daddy, you put it back wrong.
Yeah, not like that. Not like that.
Christy used to come in here before, right?
Still, it's gonna get stuff on the bag.
Joshua, is it done?
Yeah. You're gonna get the stuff on the bag. You're gonna ruin the bag.
This man eat all my cake. When for him birthday, come over here and get
Nothing.
nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. Might not drop it. Still not on a case of that slippery phone.
Well, it's brand new, basically.
I don't want no cake.
A comfort stuffed toy. They say buy one comfort stuffed toy.
Okay.
We're gonna try. We're gonna buy one and try, but the dogs never got used to toys. We would buy them toys and they would look at it and walk away like, what the hell is that? It's not food.
Yeah, we don't have like playing dogs.
We don't have playing dogs. Cora is just attack, protect, attack, protect. Wednesday was just like, love me, why don't you love me? Sleep, eat, sleep, eat, sleep, eat,
No.
sleep, eat.
Her love was like, all right, that's enough. All right, that's cool. 2 pets are out.
You change your YouTube name. Okay, Christy, I remember you, huh? What about Josh?
Winnie will give you a little bit of loving, and then she go back to her bed.
Yeah, and she was autistic. She probably was on the spectrum majorly. You could touch her, give her a little bit of love, but it's like, okay, enough of this. And she'd go back to her beautiful bed. But she would get stressed out if she moved the bed out of place and we had to move it. We had to get her up. We said, come here, Winnie, come here. Give her something, and she would bolt back for that bed. She was so afraid we'd move it from there. That's why we can't move it. I don't think we're ever going to move the bed. Right, Josh?
Yeah.
We're never going to move that
You
bed.
can't. Plus, I kind of want to put a little blanket on.
I know. This man eat all my damn
That's all
cake.
Did you get any before this?
Huh?
Did you get any cake?
I got a sliver like this, I swear to God. When I first made it,
That's so
like the
sad.
second night, I got a sliver like this. And then I've been making all those other cakes. So I'm like, I don't want to overeat and get fatter.
Yeah.
Special needs, special needs posse of dogs. She definitely needs another dog to play with. When we had Diamond and Diamond was getting up in years like Cora, that's when we got Winnie and Cora.
That bounced back.
And Diamond bounced back, man. She had her youth back. She was running them dogs like, I'm the dog over here. I'm the head dog, and you guys better listen. Cora was afraid of Diamond, but Diamond trained her well to become a guard dog. Cora sat in the window this morning quietly, watching that man over there in that truck sit there forever in that utility truck or whatever. Jada didn't even know Cora was there. She's quiet, like, come in here and see what you're gonna get. You're gonna get McGruff the dog. I don't know that we have maybe a shirt of Winnie where we could put the scent on the toy, huh? The hell are we gonna get for that dog? Them bloody thing expensive too. We're gonna go get her something. We need to do something. When she goes on the walks, she does a lot better. You want to show your egg?
Oh, yeah.
I have an egg to show you guys, and then we're gonna end this live. We're saying it's a Fabergé egg. We're praying it's a Fabergé. Be careful with it, Josh. I don't need for him to break this. I'm telling you, Jada's not ready for another dog. Joe doesn't want her to bring another dog. And I can understand Joe, because we do all the cooking and feeding. Them pick me a spile. Them rotten spile. How was my bear pantry show? What do you mean, Africano? Joshua, is it like off kiltered a little bit, you think? The legs? Or is that just me?
Maybe.
No, it's just me. Okay, where the bird day? There's a little bird. What do you guys think? You think this is an egg worth anything? Oh, how was my day? It was great. It was great. Thank you. And it sit on this thing right here. Okay, you guys see it, right? What do you think? How can we find out what this thing is worth? I don't see no numbers in there. All it says here is
Made in Malaysia.
Made in Malaysia. It's probably not real.
Probably not. It just looks nice though.
We got this from an old white lady. What do you guys think? Josh, put it back because I'm scared. Let's see Fabergé egg before we leave. It came from an old white lady, the lady in her late 80s. Oh shit, they have all kind of Fabergé eggs though. Girl, they have all kind. See? They have all kind up in here. $200 today. Oh, look on this one. 63,000, Joshua.
What does it look like?
Look like shit. It's not pretty. Look there. Fabergé Imperial Diamond. Doesn't that look good?
Huh. Kind of has the same vibe as ours though, with the little stand and all that though, and the little topping on top of that egg.
But all of them don't have that? The cheap one don't have it?
I don't know.
The $199 one.
That's
Scroll?
Fabergé.
No, scroll.
That's ugly.
Which one ugly?
The one you showed me, pink one or whatever.
That's the one that's worth 63,000.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, ugly.
63K. Not
The-
the one we have.
This girl in here says some of them worth 18K. Joshua, would you sell it for 18K?
Oh, yeah.
There's another one for 40K. How do we get that appraised?
Where do you even go to get Fabergé eggs?
Myrna said take a picture with your phone, and it's not the Myrna we don't like.
I know.
Myrna said take a picture with your phone and then put it on internet and ask the internet.
Okay.
That one have a Lee bird inside. Do you see it? Hmm?
I could use that 40K.
Which I could use up for Joshua.
I found it.
So
You can have one car.
Jada's friend
That's
Dean Grandmar is selling the ranch, the orchard. We have to go get wood for the winter, even though the wood F me up.
I feel so. Gotta get wood.
Selling the ranch. This is wood from the ranch, right? And so every weekend or every other day, Jada and Joshua are over there helping them clear out the house. And whatever they find, they're like, "Can we have this? Yep. Can we have this? Yep."
Jada got some sick gloves.
Jada got some old timey gloves, like
Red gloves.
like old ladies would go to a 1929 ball in New York Avenue and Park Avenue and them things, you know.
For the Falconer gloves, but, you know.
Diane, shut up. Diane said yours might be a knockoff.
I mean, if it's worth anything, that's nice.
It probably is, Diane, but we hope it, huh?
They had
Diane said they're making up friends.
Oh well, we're out there.
Ours is fake, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some research on it though, but I believe Diane. I believe
Yeah, I
Diane.
believe that,
It's pretty, right? Africano, it's real cute, but it would be cuter if it was worth $65,000.
yeah. Really cute.
He said a jeweler can tell if it's real by the metal and the stones.
It's probably not
A
real.
jeweler? Not modern day jeweler though, right? Like the young people will have jewelry store. They don't know shit.
Probably like an old school one that has like a monocle.
Old school with the thing, so
Yeah.
we have one of those things, you know.
I know we do.
We have one of those things to do that. Oh my God. We're always hoping, I think that's why you guys like my family, because I feel like we're the family from good times. We have ethics.
They win the lotto.
They win the lottery and then they lost it because of some bullshit, right?
That crap? Okay.
Right? I think they lost
I
it.
think Roseanne was the only show to have them win the lotto.
That kept it, right? Yeah. So it's like we're ethical.
Sweet.
Did my check come?
Yeah, they're all there.
Okay. My check, okay, put it over so.
Nothing for you.
That's my check. I worked for that all month. Blood, sweat, and tears. And so we're constantly hoping that we're that family that's going to find one like important thing. That's why when we pass by estate sales, my mom trained us. I shouldn't tell you my secret. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of heavy. My mom trained us to go to estate sales and look through the books and buy the books because old people like to put money inside a book.
Oh, they did find some money in her stuff.
Yeah.
Not books, but like I think her pottery, something like that.
Yeah, old people like to hide money.
Yeah.
Right? Then look for the guitars, especially the Martins and so on, because those guitars are worth. We have a guitar in here worth a good $30,000, but we ain't gonna sell it till it's worth more because these things are worth what people want to pay you for it. You know what I mean? If somebody has the money and they want to pay you good money for it, hell yeah, we're gonna sell it. We don't get attached to nothing. Yup, it's worth more and it's impossible for people to buy the egg. See? How long grandma probably have that egg?
Probably a while.
And Dino want it.
No?
What was that thing that Brian gave you guys that said it was going to be worth something? Did it break? It broke, right?
Yeah, it was a blue thing. It was like a schmoobly or something.
Like an ashtray looking thing?
Something like that, like a bowl.
Like a bowl, but I think it broke. I don't think that was worth shit. Mm-hmm. And Joe got that guitar, the one that we have that's worth something. He got it in 1979, but it's a 1974 Martin D28. Huh?
I know.
Listen to Daddy now. Listen to Joe, Mr. Cake Stealer. When you go there, if you say good things, you bring it, you know, Josh. You bring it, you know.
We should have got those Batman gloves, but I didn't ask for them. They have these big, tough black gloves like this thing right here.
And they have a lot of like 5 old-time cars.
Those are, I think they sold.
They're sold already?
Like one of them's left.
Yeah, they have 5 old-time cars that are well kept.
Very nice cars.
Who the hell they call me from? New York.
I'm not even in the cars, but they're nice.
Let's see who. Hello? Yeah. Don't call me by my first name. You don't know me. Oh, hi, Barbara. How are you? Bitch, you don't know me like that.
Oh, that's creepy.
Step back. You don't know me like that.
It's not natural.
Yeah, he could just say, hello, my name is so-and-so. I'm looking for Barbara, blah, blah, blah. No, hi, Barbara. How are you? I'm like, bitch, you don't know me like that. Step back. You know, familiarity breeds contempt. So Diane said somebody went to the swap meet or the flea market back in the 1960s. Diane, are you telling us a story? Diane said take it to a museum for authenticity. Child, I don't know where no museum there.
We could Google that. I'm pretty sure too.
We're gonna make a shirt about Joe, Mr. Cake Stealer, Mr. Black Cake Stealer. Joshua has the same problem. You could give Joshua a bag of chips and go have some, and he'll have some, and he'll put it back, but then he'll come back again. Oh, we have chocolate. We have chocolate, dark chocolate. He ain't got chocolate too. He's probably hiding it. Jada don't need to bring that next chocolate in here. It's gonna be a whole problem. That one with a caramel and a sea salt. Ooh, don't bring that back in here no more. It's gonna be a whole problem. About the egg. That lady didn't look like no lady who got on no flea market. Then people been rich since time began.
She married rich and stayed rich.
That lady married money. That man was like the mayor or the governor. Was he the mayor?
He tried to run for it.
No, he won.
Did he win? Oh, he never told me.
Yeah, I think it was like the mayor of Riverside,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
He had money. She married money. They've always been living plush.
Yep.
They're millionaires.
Yep.
That lady didn't go to no damn flea market. I promise you that.
Hell no.
You know what Jada and Dean did? Took a baby picture of Jada and put it in a frame and put it on a lady wall as a grand picnic. And it's anything though, Honeybee, Christy. It's anything at all. No matter what you give Joshua, if he like it, he'll eat some and he'll put it away.
And if I don't like it, I will not touch it.
And if you don't like it, he'll not touch it again. But if he likes it, he'll come down the hallway. I don't even think he knows he's doing it.
No, sometimes
He opens and he's like,
again.
and then when it's done, like he'll do it over hours or a couple of days. And when the thing's like, oh shit, I gotta go buy this back now for Jada. For me, he don't gotta go buy it back. But for Jada, she bitches. She's like, go buy my stuff back now. And then Joshua goes and buy it, and then she doesn't eat it, and then it goes bad. And then that pisses us off. You know that thing back to gone bad, right?
What?
The ceviche.
Oh,
I think that's hella bad. I wouldn't eat that.
I don't eat ceviche a lot, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah. I'm good the first day with that.
Diane said, rich folk slum from time to time, and they're the biggest shoplifters. You're not lying.
That's true.
Let me tell you who are the biggest shoplifters too.
Celebrities shoplifting? Winona Ryder or something like that?
Winona Ryder. Yeah, she was a shoplifter.
Yeah.
Old people too. Old people are the biggest stealers.
You don't suspect them. Freaking old.
These old women used to come into my mom's shop. No, my mom was probably like in her 50s, and these people were like in their late 70s at the time, right? And they would come in, hi, darling, and they put their elbow on the counter like this, and they talk right in my mom's face over the glass case or whatever, and they talk and they talk and they talk. And the minute my mom bend down for something or turn her back for something, they do this, and they swipe all the medication into their bag. Because my mom would go to Belize and bring back castor oil and what the next one, the Canadian healing oil and just all types of stuff that you would only get in Belize, right? And they would swipe the whole thing, and my mom know the shit gone. All them old Belizeans did that to my mom. Mm-hmm. My son Zach will leave like 2 chips in the bag and clip it up. Joshua does that from time to time.
I try. I'm getting better at it, but your brain just shuts off and it does it. It's scary.
No, if he eats my stuff, I don't tell him to go back and buy it. But Jada becomes a whole monstrosity. Look, he left me 2 of these dinner rolls. I bought these dinner rolls for me to make little sliders so I could take to work. Joshua goes, they were going green, Mom. They were going green. I said, you better go back and buy that gal thing.
I'm getting better at it.
Josh says he's getting better. He can't stop. It's the OCD.
It's a mental thing, yeah.
I think both Joshua and Joe has OCD, though. I think they both have. It's 5 o'clock, you know. That's why she came out the room. Jada gets mean. She gets mean. I want my stuff back. Then Joshua will go buy a whole pack of the Hawaiian rolls, and then she'll eat 2 more, right? And I will tell Joshua, might as well you eat the 2 that you left behind because you have to buy her a whole pack. And she'll come and eat 2 out of it, and the thing will sit there and go green, and then kind of we mad because we don't like to waste food up in here. You know what I mean? I don't touch Jada stuff at all. She'll say, Mommy, you can eat some of my ceviche. I'm like, I'm good. Because if she ever can tell me replace her ceviche, I'll cuss she out. We fight for food up in here. We have food issues. We never denied it. I don't know if I have food in her bin, but go check, Josh. We never denied it. We got issues with food up in here, okay? All right, guys, we've been here an hour and a half. We're going to run out for 20 hours directly. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 4, hopefully with another nice hot topic. But I think we're having fun. Did you see one video did well? The one that talks about the Ancestry DNA. Where did my native come in the Ancestry DNA thing? It has 300 and something views. That's what we need. We need to build up these 300 views over here with these type of videos. because the cooking videos only get 300 and something views. If I could do that over here, then it will give me another $300 a month, which can add to, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's stuff.
We can't afford to be wasting food. Heat it up, Josh. We might need to put meat in it, okay?
There's some meat in it. You can just put more.
Yeah, we could put more. Kamala says she gonna change the food prices. I hope she does.
Good.
But even if she doesn't, we still voting for her, okay?
It's not cost $15 for McDonald's.
McDonald's is $15.
For McDonald's.
Joshua can't even afford milk. Joshua said I need a half milk.
I'm going to buy sushi if I'm going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up and come back tomorrow, guys, 4 o'clock. All right. I love you guys. Please stay safe. And we're gonna go down the trail of finding out what this Fabergé egg is worth. All right. We're gonna have Dean. No, we can't make Dean ask grandma shit because she might want it back. No, we can't ask nothing. We're gonna have to find out ourselves. All right. All right, guys. Bye.